one.
How you doing, guys? This is your boy Nando, Pound for Pound Boxing Show, proudly sponsored by Bravose. I'm delighted to be joined today by the English heavyweight champion, Troy Jones. How you doing, mate?
I'm good, thank you, man. I'm good. Thanks for having me. How you doing? You okay?
Yeah, all good. Thank you for taking your time to speak to us. I know you're busy with sparring, getting ready for this next fight at Matchroom. I want to quickly just go back to August. It hasn't even been 2 months, but you the light heavyweight time. Has it sunk in yet? I know, like, most boxers will grow up, and that's kind of like one of the titles to begin with. Leads the path to many other titles like the British.
Yeah.
So, how did it feel winning that night in August?
It felt surreal, to be honest, mate. It did, and to do it. I know people like doing it on the big Matchroom show, but to do it on a local show that was all about me, the room was full of people for me. It was fantastic, mate. It really was. It was it was surreal just to look around and all the people that have been there from the start was there to celebrate it with you. It was great, mate. But it sunk in because I know what I'm capable of. I know I can go beyond this. It was just the first checkpoint, and just happy to have got there in the fashion that we did against a good kid as well. Against a really good kid in Leon. It weren't like a gimme fight that some people have for the English. It was a good fight for the title. It was.
We as humans, we are our own critics. So, how do you rate your performance against Leon Williams that night?
I thought I performed decent. I can perform a lot better. I do a lot more in the gym. I'm more inspired, but it comes with experience. That's why you can't jump straight in the deep end, regardless of what you are in the gym, what you are in sparring. You have to build the experience in the fights on fight nights, which is where it matters. But watching it back, done a lot of good things. A lot of good things, but a lot of good things could be implemented in as well. A lot of good things that I could have done different, but yeah, like you say, you're always your own critic, and you always look back thinking I could have done this, could have done that. But at the time, that's what I'd done, and yeah, I was happy with the performance in general. And like I said, against a good kid, so it's not like I was fighting an idiot, mate. So I was happy with what I'd done against that caliber of opponent as well.
Of course, and not even 2 months later, you got the news that you're making your Matchroom debut as well. Did you know that might have been on the cards, or was this just a complete?
It was obviously I was hoping it was always because they're doing a lot in the Midlands, aren't they now? A lot of most trying to do shows in the Midlands, so I was hoping that at some point I was going to get the call up on there, and I knew that getting the English title gives me a bit more worth and a bit more weight to myself to get on the show. So, but nothing was confirmed and nothing was even mentioned really. Errol, my manager, rang me. He rang me the day before the press conference saying, "I've got you a spot on the thing. Do you want it?" And I thought, of course I want it. Of course I want it, especially where I'm from, on a fantastic card like that. It was it was amazing, mate. It was a shock, but it was a good shock, obviously. It was a good shock, obviously, and hopefully it's a snowball effect that he's not going to said in the press conference when it stays on, and I'm staying on. I'm definitely going to be staying on. So hopefully it's the first of many, mate.
Of course, I was going to say that because you're going to fight Michael Stephenson and you're going to defend the title, but it's not just your title on the line. It's an opportunity to get signed by someone because it's not just Matchroom. You're a free agent, so you could end up signing for Boxer, for Queensbury, for Matchroom. So this is, you got a few contracts that are there on the line as well. Does that add extra pressure to yourself?
No. I had a question in the press conference about does a Matchroom give you pressure? If you do the graft in the gym and you work hard and you're confident in yourself and I don't really feel the pressure like that. I know a lot of people say they don't, but honestly, I don't feel it. I'd feel it if I didn't prepare right, and I know I weren't in the best condition, but I always do up 110%. So the pressure's not there. It's just this fight's just going to open up more options for me, and it's everything that I've worked for all them years that I've been in the gym. They don't mean nothing unless you make these nights count. They're a waste of time, really, if you want to get somewhere properly, ain't they, mate? So, no pressure, just trying to do the business and do what I've been training for, mate. That's all. And mentally, physically, I'm in a good place to do so, mate. So I'm confident on going in there, doing a job, And if it does open up other options, then it does. But my job's just to focus on the fight, not think about what afterwards. Just go in there, do the business, and then what comes off, it comes off it, doesn't it, mate? And hopefully it will open up the options. But I'm not thinking about what's coming next. I'm just thinking about going there, doing the business, and doing what I've been training for, mate. Yeah.
Of course, the biggest mistake that a boxer could do is looking past their opponent.
Yeah.
Do you know
You've
much
seen it happen
about
numerous times. You've seen it happen numerous times. People planning the next fight and they end up getting starched in the ring, doesn't they, mate? And then it don't matter, does it? It don't matter. So, but you say, yeah, I'm not looking past it. Did you say, don't know much about Michael? Did you say? Sorry.
Yeah. Do you know much about Michael Stephenson? I know he's 8-2, and age is just a number in boxing. He lost to a 43-year-old, Yvonne Henry for the statutory title. But does that play much into this? Does that mean anything?
Nah, mate. Styles make fights. People can look good against some people and do good numbers, and other people that they've struggled against. Boxing's a mad game, mate. Styles, it's the same. Styles makes fights. Someone will beat him, they'll beat him. So I don't look at the past thing, mate. I just look at him in general, and because I'm not looking past him. I'm not thinking anything. I'm not overlooking him, thinking I'm too good for him. But I'm 110% confident I'm going to go in there and do a number on him. I don't think there's much that he can bring to me. I don't think he can outbox me. Well, I know he can't outbox me. I know he can't outfight me. So I don't really see what he's going to bring to beat me, to be honest. But he's going to bring 110%. It's both essentially both our world title, both on the big stage. He's coming for a title. I'm defending mine. So I've got to expect him to bring twice as much at least to what he's brought previously. So you can't look at that and expect that's going to be the Michael you're going to get in the ring. Do you know what I mean? Well, I hope he's putting 100% over. He's going to bring more than that. And if you don't bring more than that, then it's going to be an early night. It's going to be an early night anyway, I think, mate, to be honest. But we'll see. But I'm just expecting more than I've ever seen. So I'm not taking too much about that, mate. He's going to want to bring as much as he can. I'm expecting that. But I'll be bringing a lot more than what you've seen from me as well. A lot more.
Brilliant. One thing I don't know about the English title, I know for the British you have to do it, but to win it outright as well, do you have to defend it 3 times, the English title, to win it outright?
No. You don't have to. I ain't even asked about it, man. I'm sure you just have to get a replica. I'm sure you have to give this one back. I don't think it's about the equipment. I might be wrong. But I'm sure that's how it works. But I'm just looking at. I just want to move on. I've got this to get to the next step. So the next step for me is the British. If the route is to defend the British, or there's other options, you can't plan your way in boxing. But I'm just looking at getting this defence in and seeing what's next. But in regards to that, I don't know, mate. I think you have to get a replica and give it back. I think that's what I got. That's what I heard. But I didn't ask much about it, to be honest, mate. I was just looking at then this fight come up, and then I'm just concentrating on that now. The belt's out my head now. It's this fight now.
Course. We know that Joshua Buatsi was holding the British. I'm sure he's going to vacate unless
I can't.
Ready.
You can't see man getting right at British level, can you, mate? Buatsi, I know that. I know he had the British anyway, so you can't see him. Can't see Buatsi sticking around at British level.
Not at all. So that will be vacant, and then you got danazeez versus Louis Edmondson as well.
Yeah,
that's in your division. So what's your thoughts on this fight? Who wins? Is it too soon for Louis Edmondson, or is he that special that he can beat the experience of danazeez?
I haven't watched Louis Edmondson. I haven't really watched. He's been on a few boxer cards and things, but he's been the early on. I haven't really watched him. I've seen him obviously the Ben Whittaker call outs and all that. You see that on the Instagram, but I never seen too much into him. I've seen little clips of him. No, don't show anything that I'll have to worry about in there at all. But in regards to that fight, what do I think? I think is danazeez going to be too much, too experienced? Is danazeez going to be over the hill and Louis going to be too fresh? I think it depends who turns up. Similar to the Hutchinson-Richards fight, and I think if the old Craig Richards turned up, he would have done a number on Willie, but Craig looked like he was on the big downward slope. So it depends how much danazeez has got left. He might be too experienced for him, or Louis Edmondson might be too fresh. It depends who turned up from. So it depends what Louis and what Dan turns up, really, mate. I think it depends who's got more left in them.
Do you think, even though danazeez is very experienced, his last fight, unfortunately, he drew against somebody that, everyone would have put their money on danazeez, away, but to actually win that. Now he's fighting somebody who's just 9-0. He's not very experienced.
Yeah.
And that adds extra pressure on danazeez as well. Do you think the draw and then this pressure of fighting someone who's 9-0, do you think that adds extra pressure to danazeez?
Yeah, of course it will, but also it'll make him confident when he's coming against a 9-0 kid. Look what danazeez has done and where he's in. So he's also got to bring a bit of confidence as well, innit, mate? And let's be honest, danazeez has some good nights in boxing, some big nights. So if he can't handle this pressure, then he's on downward slope anyway. So I can't see the pressure getting to him. It just depends how much he's got left in the tank and how much he wants it, mate. Cause he's not young anymore. You know, and you're in the gym and you're training, mate. I'm young, I'm fresh still. But I could only imagine when you're older, you get the pains, you get the niggles. You've already achieved so much in boxing. How much hunger's he got left in him? But we'll find out, won't we? It depends how much hunger he's got left, how much Louis Edmondson wants it as well. I think it depends which one, what danazeez turns up on the night. I think if a fresh, eager danazeez turns up, I think he wins. But if the last performance anything to go on, and Boaty, I don't think he looked good against Boaty either. Obviously, he's against Boaty, so it's hard to say. But I don't think he looks amazing in that either. Doug said it just depends what Dan turns up, and if Louis does do an umbrame, then good for me because he's an up and coming kid, and we'll have eyes on all of them. So,
Troy, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a little bit disappointed with something. I'm known as a big shit stirrer in boxing, and all my interviews, boxers are usually comfortable and always, for some reason, feel comfortable with me and then call people out, or if I mention their name, they go. Now, I was going to stir something up with you.
Come on, let's stir it. Go on, what are you stirring?
No, I can't do it because I messaged another boxer in your division and I said, I got you on today and I know you won the English title, so do you have a message for him? And I expected him to say something like, keep that belt warm for me or something. He turns around and goes, no, Troy's my guy. I'm happy for him. Tell him I said, go do the business on this Johnson fella. And that's Ezra Taylor.
Yeah, man. Ezra's cool, man. Ezra's cool. Obviously, we're in the same division, so you never know what's going to go. Like, I've got a lot of respect for Ezra. We spent a bit of time together over in Bivol. We had some good rounds of sparring. He's a good kid, all right, Ezra. You never know what's down the line, do you, mate? But I'm not here calling, shouting Ezra right here because I'll get respect for him. But you never know. He'll say the same as well. I mean, he ain't gonna. If it come across, he ain't gonna back down. I'm gonna back down from that. But business is business. But he's a cool guy, Ezra. He's a cool guy, and he's doing his thing. And if he's passed that way, he's passed that way. You never know where they end up. He might them all wiggle and might meet at the top. But he's on his way. I'm gonna be calling Ezra right. He's calling him this and that. He's doing his thing, and he's doing his thing well. And I just got to keep doing my thing well, and we'll see. But yeah, he's blessed, Ezra. Right? He's a good kid.
A question I want to ask you is because this channel, myself, was the first one to try and stir up the Ezra Taylor Whittaker fight. And since then, those two names keep getting linked with each other as well, and with Louis Edmondson as well. With Ben Whittaker. How does a fight? Because obviously we've seen what Ben Whittaker can do. He is special, but the caliber of opponent hasn't been up there. Someone like Louis Edmondson or Ezra Taylor. Do you think it's too soon for these two to fight, or is it great? Is it the right time?
I'm sure. Listen, we're fighters, man. Well, I'm a fighter. I don't know if that. I know. I guess Ezra probably. I don't know Ben personally, but listen, I'll fight anyone, any place, anywhere. It's up to your above to manage and navigate you if they don't think it's right. But I'm sure they'd fight each other. But how much money's gone into Ben? How much money's gone into Ezra? Is it worth from the above's risking the fight? It's up to them. I'm sure both of them would take the fight. I don't know how confident either of them would be. But it just depends what the above's think. Anyway, a lot of money goes into it. It's more into boxing than you think. Is the money going in? Is it the right time? I think they both fight each other. Of course they would. Who wins? Good fight. Good. Be a great fight. Be a fantastic fight to watch. So time will tell. We'll see if the promoters have got the balls in for their fighter, won't we? We'll see if they've got the balls and the confidence in the fighter to back it up. I hope mine would. If I hope mine, I'd be confident in me because I'll be confident against anyone in there at any time. So we'll see what promoters got the bollocks to get the fight going and risk what they pull into them, won't we?
I've got a question for you as well because a mistake that a lot of boxers do is skip that traditional route of going for English, Commonwealth, and so on.
There's a reason for that, and then, mate, there's a reason for that, because no British title fight's easy. The European, the traditional route, let's be honest, mate, it's probably the hardest route you can navigate. Get an international, get a global, fight a nobody who's got a decent record, who's fought nobody at all, and manoeuvre yourself to a ranking, sneak up to. So there's different paths, and mate, but I think there's a reason people don't do the domestic route. And I'm sure Ben Whittaker was saying he wanted to do the domestic route. He hasn't, has he? So he hasn't yet. If you're going for the British fair play, then he has. But I don't think many fighters fancy the traditional route because of obvious reasons, I think, mate.
But a question I want to ask you, because you as a fighter, you wouldn't be a boxer if you didn't believe in yourself, and you said you'll get in there with anyone. Let's say you beat Michael Stephenson, Ben Whittaker wins in Saudi, and you know what? Eddie and Ben, they decide, you know what? English title, Troy, yourself against Ben Whittaker. How does your style beat his showboating and his skills?
Listen, I'm all wrong for that kid. I'm all wrong for that kid. He likes everything. He likes it. Don't get me wrong, I rate Ben. Ben's a fan. He's clear to see he's a fantastic boxer, mate. He's great, and he's doing his thing. He's a big name, big face. Stylistically wise, I'm wrong for him. I'm all wrong for him. I put the pressure on. I'm in your face. I make it ugly. I make it rough. And Ben likes it pretty. He likes his space. He likes this. I don't like that, mate. I'm in there to have it, and I'm in there to fight, calculatedly, obviously, but I'm in there to fight, and I'll be in his face all night. I'll be on his chest all night, and I can do it all night as well. As he's shown, he's got big power to keep me off all night. I really don't think so. You have to be careful while he's sharp for the first. But if his fights have been shown that he slows down, and you can't slow down against me. You can't slow down against me because I'm not slowing down. So stylistically wise, I'm all wrong for that kid. I'm all wrong for that kid.
Brilliant. Hopefully we get to see this fight in the future. I want to see, because I want you to have the opportunity as well. And obviously, I want to see a big test for Ben as well. We want to see if he's the real deal. So, you know what?
There's fights out there, isn't there? There's fights out there for him to do it. So, like I said, if boxers got the balls to throw him in there, you put in all this money that he apparently can do this, can do that to people. Well, let's see it. You're not. I didn't have a big extensive amateur career. Like, he's a lot more experienced than me in the boxing world. Should he be going? Well, he's got to fight with Liam Cameron. Liam Cameron's a good kid. It's a good step up. It's a good step up. So this is where we'll see what it's about. I think stylistically wise, I think Liam Cameron, he's good for Ben. I think Ben will look good against him. I do rate Liam as well. And a good account of himself against Lyndon Arthur. But I think I think Ben will be too sharp, too much movement, too fresh for him. But there's plenty. How many fights are there? Domestically, it's probably the hottest division, the light heavyweight in Britain. As far as Britain goes, light heavyweight is the hottest division. If you look at the world rankings, top 20, a lot of British kids are sitting in there.
I agree.
Yeah, so a good thing for me. Also a bad thing. It's an hard route to go to the British, but listen, I'm coming through it all. Trust me. In time, I'm coming through it all. So you'll see me against these top names, and if you don't, there's a reason. There's a reason that you ain't seen me with them. But there's a lot. Listen, there's a lot of young kids coming up. Let's hope that we do our own thing and we meet and we get these fights on, because boxing fans want to see that, mate. They want to see the up and coming kids fight while they're fresh, not fight when they're 39, 33. Do you know what I mean? Have it while you're fresh and young, and let's see who's got it in them, because I know I've got it in me.
Brilliant. 2 more questions I want to ask you, Troy. You being in the light heavyweight division. You being in the light heavyweight division, we got the big one on October 12th. Oof. And that's Beterbiev and Bivol.
Yeah,
who's your money on Empire?
Listen, who can say for definite what's going to happen? Can Bivol? We know Bivol can move for 12 rounds. We know he can keep up that pace, the in and out, the lovely boxing that he does. We know Beterbiev can box, high-level boxer as well, not just a puncher. Can Bivol take Beterbiev's power? Will he catch Bivol? It's either Bivol points, isn't it, or it's a Beterbiev stoppage. I don't think Bivol stops Beterbiev, and I don't think Beterbiev outpoints Bivol. So it's, who are you going with?
Do you know what? For me, I think it's going to be the same outcome as the Canelo fight.
I think so.
I think Bivol, I know we've seen him before, especially against Craig Richards, where he slows down after the 6th, 7th round. But I think his game will be up because against Canelo, he didn't slow down. He level kept going up and up and up. And maybe age. I know earlier I said age is just a number, but maybe in this fight, age might play.
Yeah, but Michael Stevenson's 30, 31. I don't know how old he is. I think he can't be that old, can he? How old Stevenson? 30, 31, 32. I don't know. Bivol's 30, 39, is it?
39, I think, yeah.
That's right. There's a bit of a difference there. It must be about mid-30s, early 30s.
Yeah, something like that. And you got to remember, Beterbiev's body has taken its toll, and you never know. We're going to see in this fight.
Yeah. It depends how much Beterbiev's got left. I think this fight as well it counts on. But we'll see. It's an interesting one. I love knockouts, so I love to see Beterbiev. I love to see Beterbiev doing them. But I'm not 100% with anyone. I think it's either a Beterbiev knockout or it's a Bivol. Quite wide decision points as well if he does.
It'll be a great one. Troy, one last question. On the 30th of November, you're going to be defending your title.
Yeah.
Live on DAZN in Birmingham. What's your message and what's to the fans that are going to tune in and travel to see you? And also, what's going to happen?
The people that are traveling have been with me. That they know what I'm bringing. They know what I'm bringing. The people that are going to tune in and don't know me, listen, don't miss it. Don't miss it. And I'll be another one to watch for you in the future. So just tune in. I'll give you your money's worth, 100,000,000% every time. And you're going to see a calculated, destructive performance against Shame. It's going to have to be tomorrow because he seems a good kid. But I'm gonna hurt him on the 30th, and that's a fact.
Troy, I want to say thank you for taking your time to speak to us today. It's absolutely
thank you. I
wish you the best of luck on the 30th of November. And I want to shout out when that Whittaker fight happens, yeah?
listen, you can get a little 0.1%, yeah? I appreciate it. Not nice one, and thanks for having me on. It's been a pleasure having a chat with you.
Thank you. Means a lot. Take care.
Nice one.